Hey guys, and welcome to an Escape from Tarkov video talking about map guides. Now, what we're going to be taking a look at over these next few videos is going to be things talking about loot, talking about how people move through maps, and then also just talking about some callouts that me and my teammates use. This is specifically aimed at newer players, but those who are also looking to get into group play that have been playing solos, things like that. But without further ado, we are going to jump into the labs video. So let's start out by talking about the points of interest for the map labs. Now with labs, there's several points of interest, and you can see that they're kind of color coded according to this map. So let's just start out with the very well known red room up here in R23. Now in this room, this is a point of interest due to the fact of the loot that can spawn inside here. If somebody has the key within the raid and that door gets open, then people are going to push to that part of the map. The other points of interest that we're going to talk about are going to be this orange space over here down on the first floor and what I refer to as dome. Now in dome, you can find things like LEDXs, things like that, different computer parts, also a couple other quest items that are really important. The other spot is going to be this second floor G22 area. Now this is a medical lab where you can find a whole bunch of different kinds of meds, things that will kind of propel you forward as far as the medding system goes within Escape from Tarkov. And besides that, the other 2 points of interest are going to be the Y11 and B11. These 2 areas, the Y11 being known as parking, and then the B11 being known as hangar. These areas are flock points due to the fact that these have buttons to actually bring raiders into the raid. Now, people will go and press these buttons, try and bait people in, or they'll just go in to farm gear and then get out real quick. So let's move into talking about the pathing for the labs map. Now, the first place I want to start with is going to be the first floor, and we'll move to second and then talk about the basement last. With these spawns, you'll tend to see somebody spawn up in where I call Steve. You can also get a spawn that is over towards R14, which is kind of what we call bunks. There's a bunch of bunk beds in there. You can also get a spawn that's down the Jeff stairs over here on this side. It's right next to freezer. And then you also have the spawn that is over near where B13 is at, this back hallway, aka B14 is this back hallway. Kind of that leads you into the hangar, or you can push up into where the break room is at. You also have a spawn that is over near G11 as well. This spawn, you can push into the medical center, so this green side of the map, or you can run underneath in the basement, try and fight PMCs down there. When we're taking a look at the second floor, however, it's about the same thing, but there's only spawns I know of up over near G21, and then also spawn back here in R25. Now with R25, you have this long hallway right here, and it leads over to the freezer doors. You also have it where you can look straight out and all the way down across over towards parking, try and kill PMCs over there. Take a look at the basement. So down in basement, there are once again a couple different spawn areas that I know of. Okay, and so you have this green section down here, which is right underneath the medical facility, right? You can either spawn towards the end of the hallway, right where you'd press the elevator button to extract at this elevator. You can also spawn down towards the end of this hallway, and then also over here near sewers. There are some spawns that are up over in the red area, over near R5, an R6. Now, I haven't gotten these spawns as frequently lately, which is why I'm saying it might not always happen. But you spawn B1, you really pretty much only have one option, and it's to run down this tunnel. Now, once you get to this first point, you can break off into orange, or you can go all the way down and get to red, where you'll have access to stairs that lead you straight up. You also have these various points. So basically, you'll go up these stairs and you end up in the dorm area. You also, with the green spawns, have access to stairs as well, down on this end, and then once again, stairs right here. No matter what, you tend to get in a fight pretty quickly, and once you're in labs, it kind of works the same as Interchange did, where you hear noises and it's an immediate push to that noise. A lot of people's main goal is to clear out PMCs right away, so the only thing they have left to worry about is raiders. Because remember, on labs, the only thing that can spawn in after all the PMCs have spawned are just raiders. There's no scavs or anything. So you can kind of have control over the map to an extent if you've cleared out all of the PMCs. Sometimes there'll be random raider spawns, even if buttons are not pressed though. Now, I want to take a quick look at the loot that spawns within labs. Okay, so in general, you'll see a lot more geared PMCs within labs. You obviously have raiders as well, wearing anything from a ULAC helmet to a LZSH. You'll have them wearing different kinds of body armor like Gen 4, Trooper armor. But when we take a look at things besides that, we see a lot of focus towards this orange area. Okay, so this orange area right here, especially over on this side, you have the dome area. In the dome, you have chances for an LEDX spawn. You also have a chance for an LEDX spawn up over here near B13. In this office area, or as a lunch break room, there is a chance for an LEDX to spawn on the table, as well as some keys that can spawn in that room. Speaking of this orange area, the manager's office. Now, the manager office has tons of goodies inside of it, but in order to get in there, you need a key. Now, you retrieve the key. There are chances for lines to spawn, bitcoins, different streamer items that can spawn in there, as well as a safe to loot and a weapons crate. We take a look over to this G12 area on the first floor. This room is going to be filled with different medical supplies. It's pretty much open, as well as this G11, except in this G11 area, there is a locked door and you need a key card for that. What I tend to find in the G11 locked door is a lot of the things like Propofol, different kinds of syringes. So if you're looking to, get some adrenaline or Propofol, that's going to be your spot as well. There's also a locked black room. It's a black key card. And once you get that room is only filled with syringes. That is the only thing. You can find a couple different meds, but a lot of people go and try and get the syringes out of there. If we take a look over towards this top part of the orange area, in here there is a weapons testing facility. Once again, you also need a key for it. Now, this key opens the weapons testing area and will actually have a couple of different guns inside, as well as some gun crates and some okay ammo, sometimes really good ammo on the table. If we move over to the red part of the map, you have to go upstairs to find the really good loot. The red part of the map over here tends to be a lot of raiders spawning in, things like that. So this area is kind of avoided a little bit. We're going to slide over here to the second level. And on this second level, we'll start to see even more valuable loot. So we're going to start with G22, which is the med room, or green room as we call it, where you can end up getting a whole bunch of different meds, but this door is locked and you need a key card for it. You also have these two offices that are off to the left here. It's 22 and 23. In these offices, there is a safe in each office that you can easily access. Beware though, you do have to break glass in order to get into these doors or into these offices. But the loot that can be in there can also be really good, as well as a bunch of computers for you to loot. Over on the red side of the map, we kind of look towards this R22, which is another office area. It can have some good loot on the shelves in there, as well as with some computers that you can loot inside there. And then moving over to R23, the area that is highly sought after on the map. Not super early wipe, but kind of mid to late wipe. You'll see people opening up this room with a red card. Now, once you're inside this room, you can close the door behind you, locking you inside the room. But understand that people are easily able to push inside, and you can't understand who is outside of that room. You can only hear footsteps, things of that nature. But inside this room, there can be multiple MP5s that spawn on the weapon racks in there, along with M4s, different attachments on the tables, as well as there is another metal grate cage that is in there. You do need a key for this as well. But once you open that door, you have access to things like Bitcoins, lions, gold chains, and a whole bunch of other great loot. Guys, I want to thank you for checking out this YouTube video. Be sure to like and subscribe. We do stream every single day on Twitch, starting at 7 a.m. EST to 12 p.m. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later.